Hello, my name is Blair, and today I'm going to take you through an introduction to how student data retention is managed in TrueNorth. Like many information systems, TrueNorth captures and stores a lot of personal information, and that information has a very specific purpose to ensure visiting international students have the best and safest experience possible while studying in Canada. Once that purpose has been fulfilled, TrueNorth is required to eventually delete historical student data once a predetermined retention period has passed. So, what is the retention period for student data? By default, the retention period for student data is 7 years. TrueNorth can adjust this up or down to a maximum of 10 years, as long as we have supporting references from school board or provincial policy regarding retention requirements. So when is a student record considered out of retention? A student record is only considered out of retention when the latest enrollment end date is older than the retention period as of May 31st. Okay, that was a lot. Let's break that down a little. May 31st of this year happens to be 2021. We will consider this the end of the current retention period. So, 7 years prior to this would be May 31st, 2014. This is the retention cutoff, which is very important. This means that TrueNorth will consider a student out of retention if their latest enrollment end date is before May 31st, 2014. Two examples will help illustrate. Suppose you have a student with the following two enrollment records. Since the student's latest enrollment end date of June 28, 2013 is well before the retention cutoff date of May 31st, 2014, this student is considered out of retention and targeted for deletion after May 31st. More on deleting later. Let's take the same example a little further. Suppose the student had two additional enrollment records. In this case, the student's latest enrollment end date of June 28, 2015 is definitely not before the retention cutoff date of May 31st, 2014. This student will not be considered out of retention and is not targeted for deletion. TrueNorth looks at a student record in its entirety, and all enrollment periods must be older than the retention cutoff date. Next, let's talk about when and how the retention period is managed. All actionable tasks around retention will occur annually during the month of May. Level 8 user access is required. Let's move into TrueNorth and explore further. From TrueNorth Home, you may receive a warning that no Level 8 user currently has access to manage the retention process. If this is the case, you can easily update user access by navigating to Admin, Manage Users, selecting the details of the desired user, and enabling retention access. Returning to TrueNorth Home, a retention notification will begin to appear on May 1st. Follow the link to the retention utility or simply navigate to Utilities Retention. To begin, review the list of students that are outside of the retention period. If you have not been using TrueNorth for 7 or more years, there is likely nothing much to look at and nothing actionable until a future year. Feel free to click into the details of any student to explore further. There is a new retention notice in Student Details that will be visible for a full year prior to May 1st. By design, there is no filtering or pagination in the retention utility. This ensures you see the complete set of students that are out of retention. Note that multiple enrollments will be displayed for all students. Moving to the bottom, there are a variety of CSV and file downloads available. These are entirely optional. If your organization wishes to retain this data outside of True North for longer than the retention period, please feel free to take advantage of these downloads. The CSV student download is identical to the full CSV download available via the View Students page. Additional CSV downloads are available for complete invoice and expense activity, student homestay placement history, as well as memos and incident reports. If choosing these download options, use only one download link at a time. Confirm the download completes successfully, and verify the contents of the CSV by opening in Excel. Once you have confirmed the download, you may initiate another. If you wish to download the associated files with these students, you must click on the Prepare Download link. This will prepare a series of downloadable zip files containing files from students outside of the retention period. This may take a little time depending on the number of students and associated files that are out of retention. Feel free to navigate elsewhere for a while. As a courtesy, an email will be sent to you once the downloadable zip files are ready. Once the zip files are built, use the download links to download the zip archives. The contents of the zip archives are organized by True North ID with specific folders for documents, incident reports, photos, and trips. Before the end of May, we require your authorization to remove the student information that is out of retention. We appreciate you reviewing the authorization details and clicking Agree before May 31st. Your name and date will be captured for future reference. Once authorized, True North will systematically and permanently delete only those students listed on the retention page. Thank you for taking time to review how student data retention is managed in True North. If you have further questions, please feel free to contact us directly from within True North via our technical support system. Thank you for your time.